Have you ever looked at your backyard, or that little side space next to your house, and thought, this could be something more? Something peaceful, green, and full of life. You're not alone. More and more people are turning their outdoor spaces, big or small, into little corners of nature right at home. And today, we're diving into the best ways to do just that. Let's start with the backyard. Now, don't worry if your space isn't huge. What really matters is how you divide and design it. Try thinking in zones. Maybe one area is soft and grassy for the kids or pets, another has a stone or wood patio for a dining table, and then, a cozy nook. You know, with a hanging chair or a hammock, just waiting for you and your morning coffee. Now picture this, plants of different heights around you, from tall palms or bamboo for privacy, to mid-sized bushes, colorful flowers, and little ground covers underfoot. It's like layering, but in nature. It gives your garden depth, texture, and that lush feeling we all love. And hey, water. Don't underestimate what a little trickling fountain can do. It doesn't have to be big. Even a tabletop one brings movement and sound that totally changes the mood. Peaceful, calming, just perfect for winding down after a long day. If you love that natural, rustic style, use stone paths, wood borders, maybe terracotta pots full of herbs or lavender. And when the sun goes down, let those string lights or solar lanterns glow. The atmosphere at night can be just as magical as during the day. Now, here's a space most people forget, the side yard. Yes, that narrow space between the house and the wall or fence. It might seem useless, but actually, it's full of potential. Picture a walkway with stepping stones, wall planters with flowers or herbs, and maybe a slim bench tucked in. With vertical gardening, even the smallest walls can become green masterpieces. And what about the front of your house? The entrance is like your home's smile, it sets the tone. A tidy path surrounded by plants, or two matching pots flanking the door, can completely change how your home feels. Add some low hedges or soft lighting, and suddenly, you've created a warm, elegant welcome. Now let's move higher, balconies and rooftops. These spaces can be turned into real escapes from daily stress. All you need is some decking, foldable chairs, planters, and a bit of shade. A few climbing plants and string lights. Now we're talking. It's like your own mini retreat in the sky. And if you're working with limited space, don't worry. Container gardening is your best friend. Mix different pot sizes and plant heights, tall leafy ones in the back, flowers in the middle, and cascading greens at the front. This layering adds depth and charm, even to the tiniest corner. And speaking of charm, seating. It's not just about looks. Whether it's a wooden bench under a tree, a swing, or a comfy outdoor sofa, the right seating invites you to slow down. Add cushions in natural tones, maybe a soft throw blanket, and you've got a spot you'll never want to leave. Fragrance matters too. Imagine relaxing next to jasmine in bloom, or walking by a row of mint and rosemary. These small touches make a big difference. And the best part, with a bit of planning, your garden can have something blooming or changing all year round. Spring colors, summer greens, autumn textures. Now let's talk materials. What you choose underfoot or around your plants really shapes the mood. Natural stone feels timeless and grounding. Wood decking brings warmth. Gravel gives a Mediterranean vibe, especially when paired with olive trees or lavender. And don't forget mulch. It's practical, keeps moisture in, and adds a neat, earthy finish around plants. And while we're building this little haven, think about shade. It's easy to forget, but it makes a huge difference. A simple wooden pergola, climbing plants over a trellis, or even a fabric canopy, not only do they protect you from the sun, but they also define your space. Suddenly, you have an outdoor room, not just an open area. And you know what else brings life into a garden? Movement, not just from water or lights, but from the plants themselves. Tall grasses that sway in the breeze, leaves that flutter, vines that twist up the walls, they all create this gentle sense of energy. It keeps the space feeling alive and dynamic. Another idea people love is a garden path. Not just for walking, but to create a journey. Even in a small garden, a winding path can guide your eye and invite curiosity. Where does it lead? Maybe to a hidden bench, or a sculpture, or a patch of sunflowers catching the light. And if you enjoy growing your own herbs or vegetables, don't hold back. A raised bed or a small edible corner blends perfectly with ornamental plants. Imagine picking fresh basil or cherry tomatoes right next to your roses or marigolds. It's practical, beautiful, and deeply satisfying. Also, try mixing textures and colors, not just in plants, but in furniture, pots, and accessories. Matte pots next to glazed ones, woven baskets, metal lanterns, maybe a stone water bowl, these little contrasts bring personality. They make your garden feel collected, not just decorated. And here's something a lot of people forget: sound. Besides water, you can bring sound through wind chimes, rustling grasses, or even a small speaker hidden among the plants, playing soft music or birdsong. It sets the tone and makes the space feel like a complete sensory experience. If you have kids, don't forget their corner. A sandbox, a small tent, or even just a patch of lawn to roll on can be part of the design. The garden should be for everyone, a place to play, to gather, to escape. And if you love entertaining, then think about layout. Keep a clear flow between seating, dining, and open spaces. Make sure there's a place for guests to sit in shade, maybe a small outdoor bar cart, or even a fire pit for cool evenings. Your garden becomes not just a personal retreat, but a space to share. But no matter how big or small your space is, or what style you love, remember, the key is balance. Between function and beauty, between wild and neat, between light and shade. Your garden doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to feel like you. Now, what if you don't have a backyard or a balcony? What if all you have is a small corner inside your home, a little window ledge, or a narrow wall near the entrance? Don't worry, nature fits everywhere, even in the tiniest spaces. Let's start with indoor green corners. One large leafy plant in a beautiful pot, like a fiddle leaf fig or a monstera, can instantly bring calm and elegance to any room. Place it near natural light, add a floor lamp or spotlights for the evening, and suddenly, that forgotten corner becomes a peaceful retreat. You can also create a mini jungle effect with just a few hanging planters and wall shelves. Mix cascading plants like pothos or ivy with smaller ones like succulents or herbs in ceramic or woven pots. Vary the height, the shapes, and even the colors. This layering adds richness and draws the eye upward. If you want something really striking, go vertical. A living wall or modular vertical planter system can turn even a narrow wall into a lush statement. Use herbs in the kitchen, or air-purifying plants in the living room. It's green, it's fresh, and it doubles as natural decor. And for those tiny outdoor corners, maybe just a step outside the kitchen or a narrow walkway, try stacking crates or shelves filled with potted plants. Use hanging baskets or railing planters to save floor space. You'll be surprised how much greenery you can fit into just 1 square meter. Don't forget windowsills, indoors or outdoors. They're perfect for herbs, small flowering plants, or even miniature vegetable pots. They catch light naturally and add charm without needing much effort. And even if all you have is a single step or a front door landing, a couple of well-chosen plants in elegant pots, paired with a small outdoor lantern, can create a moment of beauty, a quiet welcome every time you come home. The secret is this: it's not about how much space you have. It's about what you do with it. A garden isn't defined by square footage, it's defined by feeling. One plant, placed with care, can bring you joy, peace, and a little breath of nature right where you are. So wherever you live, however big or small your space may be, there's always a way to bring in a touch of green. A place to pause, to breathe, to enjoy the simple beauty of plants and light and quiet. And if you're just getting started, or if you're already dreaming up your next garden project, stay with us. There's so much more to explore, and we're just getting started.